everyone, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Kendra Plays The Sims, and for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can install the More Traits and Create a Sim mod. So this just allows you to have 2 additional traits to the 3 that we already have, totaling in 5. So if you're interested in seeing that in game, go ahead and stay tuned. But first things first, go ahead and like this video and subscribe, hype, comment, all of the great things. That way you never miss my content. And let's go ahead and get started. So this mod is actually pretty easy to put into game and actually play around with, so this video probably won't be too long. So we're used to the 3 traits that we always get, but I did want a mod that allowed me to add some more traits because sometimes just playing with 3 can get a little boring. So I'm just going to test this out, what this looks like. I'm also going to make the sim a dog lover. And I'm also going to make her cringe as well. So now you've got all of these different traits. We've got creative, materialistic, good, dog lover, and cringe. And I feel like this is more appropriate for our games just because we don't just have 3 traits in real life. We have more than 3. So I think this makes things a little bit more realistic in how we see our Sims gameplay. So now that I've showed you what this actually looks like in game, I can show you too what it looks like to install it and read through all the directions. That way you know exactly what to do and how to get this in your game if you're interested. Okay, so I'm here on Patreon, and this is where you're going to get a little bit more information about the mod, and I'll be sure to link this down in the description box as well so you don't have to jump through hoops in order to get to it. So this just tells you a little bit about the mod. First, it talks about the updates, and I just want to emphasize that you always want to look at the updates and if it matches the most recent patch or update of the game, because if it doesn't, it'll break your game or the mod won't work. So just make sure you read through all of the information here. Never skip anything when it comes to mods because you don't want anything messing up your game at all. Then we get into a little bit of an introduction as well so you can see what the mod is actually about. But there is a little bit more information here in the middle. So now you can see the number of traits they're going to be assigned to each age group. So for elder, it's 5, adult 5, young adult 5, teens 4, children 3, and toddlers 2. So now you can actually make your toddlers be fussy and clingy if you want them to be, which I think is very realistic. Then you also see other things to consider. So it just talks about how it's base game compatible, all these different things that you need to know about the game. And the biggest one that I always want to point out, sometimes mods do conflict with other mods. So you just want to make sure that you don't have any of these right here. I think it's 5 of them in total. So just make sure you're looking and making sure that you don't have these in game, because if they do, or if you do, it'll actually mess with your game. So just make sure to read through this entire page and just make sure you're looking at everything. I can't emphasize that enough because I've definitely had moments where I've looked at a mod and been like, dang, I definitely didn't read through all the directions. And then when I downloaded it, I was confused, all kinds of crazy stuff. And in the bottom, you can also see some comments too. So if you ever have any questions or comments, you can ask them here. But I do believe these creators have a Discord where you can actually look and see about the mod in itself. All right, now that we've went through the introduction and instructions as well, we can go ahead and download the mod. So there's 2 different packages here. Like I mentioned before, some of the mods are not compatible with this, and this is one of them, the bottom one. But if you have this one, this is the package that you'll want to use. But if you don't have this one, just make sure to use the top one. So this is the one that I'm using, which I'm going to go ahead and download now. So we can just actually click this, and that's going to go into our downloads folder. So let's go ahead and go over to our downloads folder and see what that looks like. All right, and now we're into the downloads folder, and this is where you can find your package. So all of the stuff that you've downloaded, just make sure you're looking for the one that has the .package on the end. Just make sure you're downloading the right package that you need. And you're going to want to move this into your mods folder, which for me, I already have pinned to the side over here. I always like to keep my mods pinned. That way I can just drag and drop them. I don't have to too much worry about like the whole extract all, which can be a little bit confusing, especially if you're a beginner when it comes to mods. So just always think about that. Put that mods folder over here on the left pane. That way you never forget where it is. You don't have to go search it for it every time that you want to download something. So basically, you're just going to take this package and you're just going to move that into your mods folder. Now, for me, I'm not going to place it there because I already have it and it'll make it a copy and mess up my game, and I'm not going to do that. But you just simply drag and drop into your mods folder, and that's pretty much how you get this mod into your game. All right, Simmers, that's all I have for today's video. I just wanted to show you this really simple mod that could add some additional gameplay into your game and to make it a little bit more unique and more fun as well. So if you've liked this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, comment, hype, all of the great things. That way you never miss my content. And I'll see you soon. Bye.